Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica and I'm here today to talk to y'all about my story with eczema. I've been going through everything, all the trials and tribulations of eczema for so many years, 24 to be exact. A lot of my friends and family, they see what I've been through in the last 2 years and they say, I've never seen you with eczema before, what's going on? And I had been playing tennis my whole life, so up until college. So my skin was really tan from the sun, which makes your skin stronger. And then I was always sweating, which helps release the toxins from my body. So you couldn't really tell how bad my eczema was because I was always sweating and everything like that. So then I go to college and yeah, I didn't have the best diet. You know, pizza, Whataburger, fast food, Reese's peanut butter cups, beer, whiskey, Coke, pretty much everything that you should never eat. So I was just living off of all this junk food all the time and, you know, falling on a budget, a college budget, so, you know, ramen noodles and all that. Yeah, it got pretty messy. It was fine for about the first 3 years, just because my body was so dark, so I think that it helped my skin stay as strong. Now I'm so pale, but that's okay. So then I met my fiance in January of 2015, and by May I had gotten staph. My skin was a wreck. I had to move back home in with my family, and my fiance came with me, bless his little heart. Thank God we got a house soon after that, so it was fine, but he took care of me. Poor thing, whenever I was first sick, he wanted to make me feel better, so he bought me a chocolate cake, and I'm allergic to everything in the chocolate cake. My mom had told me for years, you know, it's probably stuff that you're eating that's affecting your skin, and I was just in denial because I really like Reese's peanut butter cups and junk food. And finally, when my skin flared up, I had staph from here to my belly button, and I didn't even look like a human being. I had to have laser treatments and light treatments and shots, and it was just the biggest mess. Like, I'm surprised I have no scars from it. Like, it's such a blessing because I just had covered, like I looked like I was the bad guy in a movie or something. And so after that, my mom told me to go to a holistic doctor person. I know they're not technically called doctors, but y'all know what I mean. And they decided to do a test to see what I was allergic to, and I was allergic to wheat products, corn products, refined sugar, MSG, which is in most franchise restaurants, just everything that I had been eating I was allergic to, and I had no idea. So I decided to, you know, try to wean off of the junk food. Didn't do the best job because, you know, if I had a bad day, my boyfriend or my fiance would get me a chocolate cake, which, you know, is delicious, but I couldn't eat it. So one day my fiance suggested, you know, why don't we try juicing? I've always wanted to juice, but I don't want to do it alone. Do you want to do it with me? So I took one for the team and I said, sure, I'll do it with you. We bought a juicer and we started juicing, and we just juiced for like 10 days straight, and my skin magically cleared up. Like there was nothing there. It was amazing, except, you know, I couldn't live. It's not realistic for me to be living off of juice only, so I couldn't do that. I went back to food, but the juicing just transformed my skin. Every day now I have 1 to 2 juices. I try to have a red juice and a green juice. I want the red juice to be mostly beet with ginger, maybe a little apple and lemon, and then for the green juice, something with a lot of kale and ginger and lemon as well. I try not to find the juices that have a ton of celery or cucumber because that's just like mostly water, which is fine. I just want the most nutrient and dense juices if I'm going to be drinking a juice. I also recommend drinking it with a straw because it makes it not taste as bad. I'm used to it now, but I still like to drink it with a straw as opposed to just like chugging it. But yeah, that juicing completely transformed my skin. I slowly started to heal. I still have a few flare-ups here and there with the weather, with allergies. I do have a little bit of allergies back home in Texas, but in LA I don't have any allergies at all. If you're drinking local juices, it helps with your allergies so much. In my hometown I don't have it, but in San Antonio I do, because San Antonio is like the worst place on earth for allergies. It's very commonly known there, so if you go there, take some Advil or drink a bunch of juices when you go. Whenever I was sick, it got to the point that I couldn't wear proper clothing. If I wore something like this is super thin, the oils I had on my body to try and prevent my skin from drying up would just go straight through the shirt. It got to the point where I couldn't keep a regular job because I would have to wear, you know, a nice clothes to a job, and those nice clothes would be thin and absorb all of my stuff. I usually stuck to like a cardigan, and I would lather like lotions and Vaseline to keep my skin moist all day, and then I'd put on a cardigan or a jacket, and it would just completely ruin the cardigan, but that was the only way I could make it through a day. Another thing we went through was called greasing the Tin Man, and it's when I could not open my arms all the way. I couldn't open my knees all the way. I had to like kind of slouch like this when I walked, because if I straightened my arms, it would rip the skin. It was just a nightmare, and thank God we had that house that we lived in Texas, because a lot of my close friends could come over, because I didn't really like to go in public very often. I would wear jackets in 100-degree weather because I was hiding my skin. It was just not the best memories during that time period. But you know, everything happens for a reason. I learned from it, and now I have an extremely healthy diet. It helps keep off any extra pounds, which is nice. I know I'm tiny anyway, but it's nice that I look at old pictures in college and I'm like, dang, I was a little fluffy. Man, I was a little chunky here and there. So that's also an added benefit of curing my skin. On top of all of the dietary changes I had to make, which you know is like gluten-free, I eat local, no refined sugar. I eat maybe 5 to 10 grams of sugar a day, maybe not even that, not including, you know, the natural sugars in my juices. I got my hands on the cure for eczema, which came out last year, and I've been on it for 4 months. I have to give myself a shot twice a month, which I don't like shots, but compared to what I went through, I'll take a shot any day. I'll take a shot every day of the week. So that's fine. I would eventually like to get off of Dupixent. I don't see it as a long-term solution for me. I'm thinking about going vegan, because I think vegan would really, really help. It's hard, so I'm slowly weaning. Like, I used to eat red meat. 2 months ago I ate red meat, and now I eat it once a month, maybe. It just makes me feel so gross, and it doesn't help anything with my body, so I just kind of, no. No to the red meat. So with Dupixent, it did clear my skin, and I've seen a lot of reviews about Dupixent, and I tested that if I eat junk food again and take Dupixent, would it still cure my skin, and it doesn't. It did cure it a lot, but it still left it dry and things like that, so I find that I do continue juicing and I continue my diet with Dupixent. Plus, I'm a lot more happy with the way I feel when I eat healthy. I feel really sluggish and I have no energy when I eat junk food. No surprise there, but I'm so glad I got my hands on Dupixent. It's really hard to get your hands on, so if you need any advice, just drop a comment below and I can give you all advice on how to get your hands on it. Thank God for my fiance, because he made that happen. He's very convincing with his words, if you know what I mean. So now I'm on Dupixent for 4 months, and I juice, and I can wear tank tops, and I can wear sports bras, and I can wear yoga pants, and yeah, it's really great. So I'm so happy to be cured, and I know it flares up here and there when I travel, but I'm so thankful to be cured. Thank y'all for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. Thanks!